Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Marty LaHood for another chair yoga session. We all look forward to this time on Thursday, 10 a.m. every week. And we even more look forward to the time where we will be in person at Addison Public Library. Yes, we are definitely working on that. Currently, we're using that space for other things. And as soon as is allowed by CDC regulation and the policies, we will be opening up again. So that's the good news. And the other good news is you can always go back and visit older recordings on our YouTube channel. Just search up Addison Public Library and you will find all of our videos. So you can do chair yoga all day long. But right now you get to be live with Marty. So I'm going to hand it over to Marty and she'll be with you for the next hour, and I will see you all very soon.
Bye. Thanks, Jody. Appreciate it. Hey, you guys. What is it? Happy Thursday or whatever day you're doing this. It is chair yoga. So just like always, we're just going to get ourselves to a comfortable spot. For me, I'm taking full advantage of being at home, and I am doing yoga on my couch, which is great because you can do a lot of these poses while you're watching TV or sitting there with others, or maybe get a group together, maybe a glass of wine. So just be mindful of where you're at. You can also do it in a computer chair, any kind of seat. Maybe recliner might be kind of hard. Anything that gets those hips lower than our knees is going to make it a little difficult for us to move. So for me, my couch is very low, so I'm going to grab an extra cushion, make it a little higher. Okay, gets those hips a little bit higher, and it will relieve some of that tension that we can build up in that low back. All right. All right, take a moment just to get the wiggles out, to move your body a little bit, and get prepared to just get some more comfortable. Know that we can always lean back into our seats and feel that support of our chair, but just always try and keep your spine tall, okay? And then when you're ready, let those eyelids close. And let's start off by just taking a few deep breaths. Just slowly lengthening and deepening those breaths. Whatever that means for you. All right, we'll take 2 long breaths together. Go ahead and exhale. Full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. Yeah, one more just like that. Feel that breath, hear that breath, breathe in. Open mouth, let it go. Feel those shoulders relax away from your ears. Feel the skin on your forehead get nice and soft. Feel that expression on your face, be that of calm and peace. With every breath, every exhale, feel your body soften. So your body melts down as you breathe out, as you empty. Now start to focus into the inhales. Let that inhale bring in energy. Let it make you feel light and energetic, even tall. Now I know this is the time for allergies, So if you're ever not able to breathe in and out of your nose, by all means, do it through your mouth. Don't let yourself feel restricted in your breath. Good. We'll bring both hands down to that low belly. Those eyelids can stay closed, or at least let the gaze be soft. As we breathe in, we're going to fill that low belly here. So breathe in, fill that low belly space. Feel it expand. Exhale, pull that low belly in as far towards your spine as you can. Good. Every breath. Fill that space. Feel that belly expand. And then exhale as you draw that belly in. Good. Feel that core engage here. Feel that diaphragm move up and down your core. So good for our vital organs in here. It helps create space. It creates some movement. It releases a lot of tension that we build up. Good. It also is really good because we're strengthening that core. So most of us need to build those core muscles. We've probably we hear it. We maybe hear it from our doctors, maybe a physical therapist. That core health is vital to our back health, our posture, our all over strength. Especially if you've ever had any surgeries that cut into those abdominal muscles. So this is a great way, this is a great core workout here. If you did this for 5 minutes a day and really felt that core work, going in and out, pulling it in, you will feel those core muscles get stronger. This is also really good for our pelvic health. So as we pull that low belly in, we're thinking like an elevator. We are pulling from the very bottom of our pelvis up. Okay, feeling those muscles contract and squeeze, and then release. Good. So good for our pelvic muscles to really incorporate them with this core workout because they're all connected. Good. 2 more. Last one. Now we'll go ahead and open our eyes nice and soft. Hands are going to come out towards our side. Sweep all the way out and up. Big stretch. Good. Let that stretch be as big as you need it. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Good. 2 more. Just move and breathe. Breathe in and out. Last one. Feel that connection with movement and breath. This is a great way to build energy. So if you're ever feeling like you're in a funk and you are just lacking that energy that we need to get through our day, doing those modified sun salutations is a great way to build some of that energy back up for us, okay? All right, we're gonna start off. We can come towards the edge of our seat. Know that the back of your chair is always there for support if you need it. Again, this class is all about moving our body. It is not about, I don't want you to hurt later on today or tomorrow. So just being gentle and knowing what our limitations are really important. This is not the class that is no pain, no gain class, okay? So we're being gentle, we're knowing our limitations, we're being mindful to what feels right and what doesn't. All right, feet are hip distance apart at least. Hands come to our thighs or our knees. We're just gonna move that spine. So we're gonna pull that belly button forward. Maybe shoulders pull back, maybe gaze comes up, okay? And then as we exhale, we're going to round. We're going to pull those shoulders forward, belly button towards the back of our seats. And then inhale, reach it forward. Good. Just keep on moving back and forth. Good. I'm going to move to the side just so you can see what this looks like. Good. So nice rounds. Perfect. And again, just be gentle. These first couple are going to feel really stiff and really rigid. So just give yourself an opportunity to slowly move into it. This is so good just to move your spine. All of your spine from your neck down to your tailbone is really moving here. Okay. So it is always important to keep that spine flexible. They say that we're only as old as our spine is flexible. So making sure that we're moving all the parts of it, keeping things lubricated, keeping things happy and healthy, getting new oxygen and blood flow to it. And again, just be gentle. You know, we're not doing a back bend. And any other movements here that feel good, go for it. Sometimes I like to wiggle my shoulders. Okay, just 2 more. All right, and back to center. Perfect. We'll reset. Big breath in, reach all the way up. And exhale, pull it in. 2 more, just like that. Good. And exhale. Last one. Breathe. And exhale. Good. A lot of times people ask me what are some things that they can do at home. And I know that it is hard to dedicate a whole hour to yoga when you're practicing on your own. So if you did anything in your day and it was just a little 5-minute like wake up, it would be those sun salutations and those, they call them cat cows, that moving of that spine. So that's a great way to start your day, to end your day. It really is going to make a difference in how your body feels very quickly. All right, so we're going to move into our arms a little bit. We're going to start off taking those arms up as high as we can, all the way to the top, and then tight little fists, and we're just going to violently open them up, okay? I want you to be able to see them. All right, don't hurt your shoulders here. So if this is too much strain, you know, you can always have them lower, but the trick is to make sure those fingers, those hands are above your heart. Good, because we're trying to get that blood flow going. We're trying to get that lymphatic system moving here. So we want it to drain to our heart so our heart can pump it through and our body can, you know, put new good stuff in it and take the crud out of it. Mm-hmm. I know it's tiring. Good. The more violent you do that to your fingers, the faster it's going to move too. All right, one more. All right, and relax. We're going to roll those shoulders out. So both shoulders up and back. Nice big circles. Good. One more just like this. And then we'll do one at a time. Good. You can really move into it too. This is perfect for this music. It makes you kind of dance. All right, go ahead and relax them back. We're going to bring our arms out nice and wide, palms face each other. We're just going to bring that left hand and we're going to bring it across the front of our body. And then we're going to catch our elbow to elbow, okay? So that left arm is kind of straight as much as we can. You can, you know, again, modify as you need, but you'll feel that stretching back with your shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And always listen to if you have any shoulder problems, rotator cuff problems. Maybe this is just not a pose that feels beneficial to you. All right, we'll open up nice and wide. Just take a big stretch, and then we'll switch it out. So this time that right arm comes over, and we catch the elbow. Okay. Perfect. Try to keep that spine tall and long, so don't let your body roll forward here. Good. Relax. Open up nice and wide and relax. I feel it. It really just makes my arms feel lighter doing that. All right, so we're going to move in to a little bit of our midsection here. So we're going to bring those feet a little bit wider. Make sure that you feel stable on your seat so you're not going to fall off. We're going to bring that right elbow towards our right thigh. Good. And you can always play with, how far you have your feet apart, because this will make a difference on how you feel this in your back too. So, but I don't want you to feel it too intensely. So here, you're going to feel it in the back of that hip, right in the top of that SI joint here. So this is great. Right here. Good. Now, lots of options. For a lot of us, this is going to be enough, just being here. If you don't feel it, you can try, I like to bring my hand to that muscle, to that hip, and then kind of turn my heart up towards the sky. Some people like to bring that hand on your thigh and then straighten it. And it just kind of pushes you away, but it lengthens that muscle here. Good. These are all stretches that for me, afterwards, it really literally makes me feel taller. Good. And then release. Take a moment, come back to center, maybe wiggle it out a little bit, and then we'll switch. Left elbow, left thigh. Okay, the side might be different. So we can stay here. We can just have that hand on that hip, pull that heart up towards the sky, or we can bring that hand to the thigh and lengthen it that way. Good. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Good, and then release. Perfect. So you're gonna sit up nice and tall, big breath in, reach all the way up. Big stretch up towards the sky. And exhale it together. 2 more, just like it. Big breath, reach up. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Perfect. Again, move on your seat so you feel comfortable. We'll move into our little bit of our hips and our back here. We're going to start off bringing that left ankle on top of our right knee. Perfect. So this might be a lot for you. If it is, you can always take that right leg and make it longer and start off this way. If you've ever had any major hip surgeries and they've said no auto rotations, you probably just want to, omit these from your practice today. Okay, you can even come up a little bit like that, and you can slowly build yourself up to bending that knee more. And now if you straighten that right leg just a little bit, it's going to bring a little bit of relief here. It won't be as intense. But if you're on a chair that those hips are lower than your knees, this is going to be hard for you. So another important reason to have a good seat here. Perfect. Yeah, it's like finding the sweet spot with the chair, because then if your hips are too high or too far off the ground, then this is going to be almost not going to feel it. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath here. Try to sit up nice and tall. And if you feel like you created that space, you can lean into it a little bit. Don't just roll forward. Think about that low belly pressing into those thighs. One more breath. Good, and then we'll release. Take a moment to kind of wiggle that leg out a little bit. And then we'll switch, okay? You know, same thing, know what your limitations. This side is always worse for me. So for me, I like to start off with that left leg straighter and then slowly build up to it, okay? It just takes a lot longer for this side for me to open up. It'll open up eventually. It's my stubborn side. And you'll feel it. You'll feel it slowly open up. If this side is your bad side too. I think it's because we tend to drive, well not tend, but we drive with that right leg, and that right leg is always straight as we drive. So if we spend a lot of time driving, I think this tends to be tight on us. Whereas when we drive, that left leg is kind of more open and relaxed. And I drive a lot. And again, don't forget to breathe. Last breath here. And then release. Okay. Wiggle it around. All right. Now we're going to both those feet. All right. We're going to give our calves a little bit of love. So heels are right under your knees. Okay. You might need a little space to move forward to make sure that this works for you. And then we're going to scooch those heels back. I don't know, probably 4 inches until we feel that heel pop up off of the floor, just a tad, literally a tad. Okay. They're just kind of like hovering. All right, so then here we're gonna sit up tall and we're gonna pull those heels up, come to our tippy toes, try not to get a Charlie horse, and then we're gonna press those heels all the way down to the ground. Press down through our heels. It almost pushes us up a little bit. Okay, to see how that happens for me, I kind of push up. Like imagine you're trying to get your head towards the ceiling just a little bit more. Good. And then we'll press those heels up, toes down. And same thing, press those heels down. We'll do it a couple times. Press yourself high, release, press yourself high, release, and press yourself high. Good, good, and release. So this exercise is so good for stretching our calves, building the muscles. So if we're sitting in our chair too often and we're losing some of that strength in our legs, this is a great way to build that strength back up without having to do a ton of walking in our day. Walking is always great, but especially when we're trying to build those muscles back up, walking is not always, maybe something that's attainable for us to get to every day. So this is a great way to build all those muscles. Because again, let's do it again. Heels high, tippy toes. You feel those calves fire up here, okay? And then press those heels down. And then press yourself up You are getting all of it. You're getting the front of our thighs, sides of our thighs. You even feel that knee engage here. It's just so good for that strength. Some of us are going to feel it in our butt too. Okay. And release. Awesome. All right. Wiggle those legs out. And if you could just do, start off doing a couple of those a day, and then add a couple, like either every day or every other day, add a couple. You're going to just feel more supported, wherever you go, more strength. All right, cool. So from here, we're going to give our legs just a little bit of a break. We'll move into our hands a little bit. We're just going to reset. So big breath in, reach up. Oh, feel that stretch. Exhale, breathe in. Sometimes I feel like those big stretches, that the ones that kind of make you a little dizzy. Hopefully you're sitting for those. It just kind of resets my whole day. I feel like it snaps everything back into line for me. You know what I'm talking about. Those really good stretches, those ones that you're like, oh my gosh. Again, hopefully you're sitting for them. All right, great. We'll roll those shoulders again. Inhale them up. Exhale them down and back. Just two more, just like that. Good stretches always make me want to yawn. I don't know why. There's probably some good reason for it. I'm sure some of you guys yawned too. Good, and release. Perfect. We're going to move right back into those legs. So we're going to take that right foot this time, and we're going to send it forward. Okay, heel down, toes are pointing up. I want you to flex those toes back towards your face. Make sure your posture is really tall here. Okay, we really have a tendency to roll forward, and when we do that, we're not using our core at all. So I want you to pull that core forward, chest forward, shoulders back, tall spine. Grow the crown of your head towards the sky. All right, really, you'll feel all of it engage here, all of it. All right, so we're gonna flex those toes back and forth, just like that. You got it, you got it. My foot's gonna disappear. You can only hold it up so much. Good, tall posture, breathe. All right, so this is so good for our knee. You can't feel it, well maybe you can. You can't see it, but we are moving and strengthening all the muscles that are around that knee. Every muscle that's in charge of keeping that knee in its spot is working here right now. Good. So whether you've had a knee surgery or are gonna need a knee surgery or just, want to keep those knees healthy, so good for our knee. Good. You feel it in your calf too. All right. Now we're just going to take big circles with that ankle. Keep that tall posture. Okay, same thing. We're working all of the muscles. This time we're moving a lot of muscles in our ankle. So important to keep that ankle happy, ankle strong. It holds all of us as we walk, obviously. Reverse that circle. But same thing, we're still moving the muscles in our knee too. So, and it's good for our lymphatic system. Just like when we did it with our fingers, obviously our toes are below our heart, but we're still helping that blood pump back up to our body here. Good. All right, perfect. We're staying on that leg. We're just going to turn a little bit to our left side. Now, if you're on a chair with big armrests, you might not get to turn as much. Just modify. Right leg is just going to step as far towards our right as possible. All right, here you're going to really feel in that inner muscle. Toes can point up on that foot. Toes can be down. Play with it and see where you feel it. Now, for most of us, we've kind of leaned back here. Try to pull yourself back up so those shoulders are on top of your hips. All right, we're going to feel it a lot in that inner thigh here. which is so good. Exactly where we want to feel it. For all of us, these muscles are always in constant contraction. We use them for everything. We're very rarely relaxing with our legs relaxed out, so these muscles never get a break. Very good to stretch them out. So much to do with, the tension we feel in our hips and our back, on our gait, so how we walk, how we pick things up off the floor, if we're able to even get up off the floor, if we're ever on the floor. You don't realize how many muscles you use to get up off the floor until those muscles aren't strong enough to do it. So, very important muscle to stretch, because they usually are fighting the muscles that are trying to get you up off the floor. Perfect. You can stay here. This might be enough. I mean, I feel it pretty intensely here. If you are flexible in this spot of your body and you need more, right hand onto your right thigh, okay? Left shoulder, kick it back, okay? And then we'll walk that right hand down just a little bit. Doesn't take a lot, but keep that left shoulder back. Otherwise, you're not going to feel it. It's kind of crazy how everything is related in our body. Everything, yeah. That one little tweak can make you feel something completely different. You want to add it, you can always reach that left arm up towards the sky. Okay? Just keep breathing. One more breath. And release. Good. Bring that leg in, wiggle it out. All right, we'll move into that left leg. So that left leg goes forward, toes up, tall posture. Build that core here. All right, toes forward, toes back. Again, your heel is on the ground. I'm just trying to make sure you see my toes. Tall spine, pulling that belly in. Moving those toes. Breathing. Top of your hips. Good. Feel that inner thigh right here, pull. And again, we're going to stay here for a little bit. This might be all we need. Such a good muscle that we're stretching. We're feeling in our hips. This is also good for just that mobility of our hip, because we never are moving it in this direction. Sometimes it gives me kind of a Charlie horse. I get a lot of Charlie horses. All right, so again, you can stay here. This might be enough. Otherwise, you can bring that left hand to your left thigh. Pull that right shoulder back. Good. And then we can just walk it down just a little bit. It doesn't take a lot. If you're doing this and you're not feeling it, you're like, wow, I can really walk it down far. It's because that right shoulder's not back enough. Breathe. Two more breaths. And release. Wiggle those legs out a little bit. We'll give those legs a little bit of a break. I hope they feel really good. We'll reset. Big breath in. Take that big stretch up. Oh, here comes the yawn. Oh, hands to heart. Just feels so good. Big breath. Reach. Oh. Last one. And exhale. Perfect. All right, we're going to give those legs a break and we'll move into those arms a little bit. We're going to give those rotator cuffs a little love. So elbows into your sides. And we're just going to make these big circles with our fists. So I don't want those elbows moving. This is not what it should look like. Elbows and then circles. So like get those elbows to pin in. Now, if you can't do big circles here, you're not alone. Let them be little circles. So good for that rotator cuff. Not only stretching and moving those muscles in our shoulder in the rotator cuff, but it is strengthening them too. Good. There's 13 muscles that make up that rotator cuff. So when we have problems in there, sometimes it's only one of them that we're having problems. And it's really hard to pinpoint it, and it's really hard to treat just that one muscle. So this is a good way, because if we go around, we're hitting all of them. Now, if you feel like this feels good, you can do this at home. Get like a tennis ball and a string, like almost like a dog toy. You could even do a little dish towel, and you just keep those elbows in. Yeah, and you just literally swing it around. So good for those shoulders, those rotator cuffs. Okay, but again, listen to, what feels good for your shoulders. Good, keep those elbows into your side. This time we're gonna bring those palms in to meet, and then just out nice and wide. Get them as wide as it'll go. Elbows stay right there. Okay, just like that. Nice and slow too, like where you can feel that muscle here when you come out wide. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed rather than up towards your ears. You don't want to strain that neck. Okay. We're doing it. Let's see how we're doing on time. Always flies by. Just a few more. Good. Last one, and this time when we come out nice and wide, we're going to keep it wide. Good. Keep those arms as wide as we can, like we're almost trying to get them to disappear in our view. And we're going to bring those arms out. Again, nice and wide. Arms up, and like we're pulling something down towards our butt. Try to get those elbows to touch behind us and reach up. This is such a good slow movement to do for our posture. It really strengthens those muscles that keeps our upper back tall and strong. So if we're tending to get that roundness to our upper back, this is a great way to build those muscles. Another good way to do it is maybe grab like a broom handle, and you literally reach it up and then try to reach it behind you, but you got to keep that spine tall. So you can't do it like this. Okay. Good. Keep on going. I know those arms are getting tired. And then release. Awesome. We'll roll out those shoulders. right, here we're gonna get those feet extra wide. Okay, just make sure you feel stable here. Hands on your knees. We're just gonna move our whole body. So almost like imagine we're belly dancers. Hips stay exactly where they're at. We're gonna lean forward. We're just gonna, yeah. Good. You know, take your time here and really move into anything that you feel. You feel some like little nuggets in some weird spots that are just tension. So good for our spine. It's good for our pelvis and our SI joints too. So our SI joints are like the back of our pelvis almost. Yeah, pretty much. And they're on the very low part of our back on our left and our right side. So, but obviously if you feel any sharp pain anywhere, then don't do it. Okay, reverse that circle. Just a few more. Last one. I always tell people that when you do like that movement and you feel those parts, those little nuggets, you know, I feel it in my shoulders and in my upper back. For me, that tells me that is where I'm primarily, like my tension is held at. So when you're doing that, if you feel like it's in your hips, then it shows you that that's where a lot of your tension is. And, you know, that's a gift to get that roadmap to where you need to stretch. Because we're all flexible in different parts of our body. And then we're all tense in different parts of our body. So sometimes we don't know what parts of our body to stretch. And sometimes we tend to stretch the parts of our body that it feels the easiest for us to do. Typically, our least favorite stretches are the ones our body needs the most. So the ones that we find hard or more intense are the ones that we should be really concentrating on, because that's where we'll feel like the most benefit, stretching. All right, cool. So I always tell people too, you know, people will say, I'm not flexible, I can't do yoga. Yoga is not for the flexible, and it was never meant for the flexible. If you're extremely flexible and you're doing yoga, it is, you're a circus act. You can do anything. Every movement you do is going to be easy. But the true benefit for yoga are to the people that, you know, can't touch their toes or, you know, can't touch their hands behind their back, because that's where you're going to feel the benefits. So people who are really flexible, they should be concentrating on strengthening. Whereas us unflexible people, this is where we need to be. Got it? Okay, good. We'll reset. Big breath in. That always makes me feel better when I realize I'm a yoga instructor and I'm not flexible. I think everyone assumes, you know, as an instructor, you can touch your toes, you can do the splits, you can do a back bend. It's never going to be in my wheelhouse. And that's a beautiful, okay thing. All right, rocks the shoulders down, hands at our knees, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to see how our spine feels. So we're going to inhale as we pull that belly button forward, shoulders back, and then exhale round. Good. Few more, just like that. Nice and slow, follow your breath. Again, any movement here that feels organic and good to your body, do it. So it might be a shoulder wiggle when you're here. It might be a yawn. Good. And release. Sit up nice and tall. All right. Awesome. I think we got time for, we got time for one more. Good. I feel like I need it for my spine, so let's do it. Feet are at least hip distance apart. You're going to bring that right hand to the inside of our right thigh, just a little bit, maybe the ankle to our knee. Maybe we go in a little bit further. It really is going to depend on your body, okay, and the length of your arms. All right, because you should just be leaning forward a little bit, but that spine is tall. The other hand, left hand, is going to go and kind of clap hands with the other hand. So from here, you can kind of move around and see what feels better for you. All right, from here, that left hand is going to sweep all the way open and towards the sky, but we're opening. Like we're almost like trying to wave to our waiter behind us. Excuse me. And then come back in. Okay. Right, just like that, and make adjustments as you need. Good. Inhale as you come back in. And then as we open, we're going to exhale. Because we're twisting, we're squeezing out that air. Last one. Nice gentle twist for our spine. And release. All right. All right, we'll switch. All right, so this time that left hand comes into that left thigh. Got it? Right hand kind of slips in there. High fives left. Adjust as you need. And then we're going to open. Right arm reaches all the way out. Reaches back, maybe a little bit. And then we bring it back in. Perfect. Nice and slow. Exhale as we open. And release. Perfect. Exhale. Inhale. We've got one more here. And release. Sit up nice and tall. We'll reset. Big breath in. Reaches all the way up. And exhale. Two more. Breathe. Last one. Perfect. All right, great opportunity now. It is the end of our practice, so it is a great opportunity to get to somewhere that's comfortable for you. That could be, seated, leaning back. It could be laying down. Wherever it is, again, just important that we're keeping that spine long. All that work we've done has really regenerated our body, and we want our spine to feel that benefit as we lay there or relax, okay? So get somewhere comfortable. I'm gonna find some nice, beautiful, calming music. Okay. Take any wiggles out of your body that you need to take. Anything that feels good to you. Let your eyelids close. Let that expression on your face again be that of calm and peace. Let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Feel that jaw soften. Feel those shoulders roll away from your ears. Bring that awareness and that attention into just your body to just your body, your breath. That energy that you feel, that space that you've created. Any intentions that you brought here to class today. Whatever gets you to move. Our thoughts create emotion. And those emotions really create our world. They create action in our body, in our day, in the energy that we bring to the world, that we bring to ourselves. Those thoughts that we let run through our brain are so important. They can cultivate healing and love, good energy, or they can create negative. Exercising our good thoughts is just as hard and as important as exercising our body. It doesn't mean we won't have those negative thoughts once in a while. Maybe we let ourselves have a cheap minute here and there. But start to practice that cultivating of that good energy. Those good thoughts. How we're going to love ourselves and love others. How we're interacting with the world. The sun's out. Even if it wasn't, it's still going to be a beautiful day. Let those good thoughts, that growth, let it take over our thoughts. Keep the building on them. We are what we think. Let that beauty radiate through our body. With your eyes still closed and your body relaxed. Throw on your biggest, most sincere smile. It's so hard to think of something negative when you're smiling. And sometimes when we smile, it brings something, it's almost muscle memory for us. It brings something into our brain that's worth smiling for. And your next breath in, we'll reach those arms out all the way towards our side, just like we're resetting. Big breath in, reach them high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. You can stay laying down if you're laying down here. Again, wherever you're at, just keep that spine tall. Thank you for sharing this practice with myself and the world around us, as it helps us to cultivate that greater connection with the world around us and the beauty that's there. Thank you. Namaste. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Again, I can't wait to see you all in person. I hope you are well. You are staying happy and healthy during these fun times. I'll tell you, when I get to see all your faces, it's just going to be such a beautiful time that it's just going to be awesome. I know it's going to be, and we're going to be so grateful for it. All right. Have a great Thursday. See you guys next week. Bye.